Welcome to We Are the BYC. I'm Dawn, the human behind the Instagram account at Baby Yoda SD, inviting you to join us for a delightful journey into the heart of the Baby Yoda community. Picture this podcast as your exclusive invitation to a favorite neighborhood coffee shop where enthusiastic members of the BYC gather to share heartwarming stories and laughter, uncovering the untold tales and vibrant personalities of the humans behind these precious Baby Yodas. Whether you're a longtime member or a newcomer, get ready to join the fun as we embark on an adventure filled with camaraderie, emotion, and a whole lot of Baby Yoda love. Pull up a chair, grab your favorite drink, and let's dive in. Okay, Grogstergram, welcome to We Are the BYC. Thank you so much for coming.
Hi.
This is so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited. Bit shy at first, but I'll be fine.
It'll be good. Well, I guess let's get into it. Like, where are you from? Where are you guys? We know you're in the UK, right? I guess that's obvious.
I'm from Leicester, so that's in the East Midlands. So it's like in the middle of England. Yeah. So,
okay.
Yeah. People tend to say London a lot, like not British people, but people that live not British. They just refer to England as London, but London is quite far from us, and it's really hard to if you don't have a car, it's really hard to travel to London.
Oh, really?
Because cost and everything, yeah. The train cost is really expensive. It's when I was I'm talking about when I was 18, me and my friend, we used to go to London quite a bit. We used to Skype college, and we used to go to London. It used to only cost us £15 return, but now it's over £100 to go to London. There's no way I can afford it, especially if my kids want to come with me, and I'm not going to go on my own, so.
Oh gosh, 100, 100 per person, per ticket?
I think, it depends what time you go as well. Yeah, so if you go really early in the morning, you could get cheap tickets. But yeah, it's just, once my daughter's got a job and a car, she'll take me wherever I want to go because I don't drive.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. And is that where you've been your entire life?
In Leicester.
Yeah.
Yeah. Born in Leicester, lived here all my life, yeah.
Oh, nice.
What's funny is that the hospital I was born in, my kids were born there as well, so that's nice. There's all three of us from there born in the same hospital.
Oh, how cool. That is kind of neat. How many kids do you have?
So I've got two, and both they're adults, but they're still my kids, 21. My daughter's 21, and my son is 18.
Oh my gosh. How cool.
Yeah, so it's just the three of us with our little baby boy. Grogsters. I just call them Grogsters. Even the Grogster is the oldest. As a group, I call them the Grogsters.
I love it. What do they think about this? The account and the babies and all this?
Oh, my kids. Well, technically, Chucky, the second one, is my daughter's.
Oh.
And Greg, the third, he's my son's.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, they love it. They love it. Other people outside, they see them as toys, but they're not toys. They're all little babies.
Exactly. Yeah.
We don't have to change their nappies or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Clean babies. That's nice.
I know they're the best version of a baby you can imagine. I would think. I don't have kids myself, but I was my sister's kids, and I feel like they were my babies. I changed their diapers and did all the things with them, so I had my experience with that. And I think these little green ones are just so much easier, obviously, and so much more fun.
Yeah, it's funny because when we first had because before we had Chip, we had just three of them, and then my mom came over, and she saw them, and she got a bit freaked out because their eyes, because she's never seen the Mandalorian, or I think she's seen Yoda, but she's actually not seen. And then she was like, "Oh, their eyes are really big and all that." And I said, "Mom, hold on." So and then straight then she was like, oh, it's like a little baby. That's what she said. I was so shocked because I thought my mum would be like, think we're really weird doing that.
Yeah.
But she's the only one actually that sees them when she comes over. And she's all right with them. She's like, oh, they got their own colours on. And she says things like that, like just little comments. But I don't really talk to them to the rest of my family.
That's so cute. You know what's funny is when I was talking to Katie, she mentioned that her it was like I think a wife of one of her professors when she was holding Clonk. She was like, "This feels like my son when he was a baby," and I think that is so cool. Like, I mean, because I feel like there are babies when I'm holding them. I'm, you know, so it's so cute when, you know, other people can relate to that too.
Yeah.
Do you have like other family members or friends that think it's crazy or like just ask you, what are you doing?
I keep it quite private from others, but I wouldn't tell my sisters or my brother because I know they'd be a bit judgy about it because they are like that with me. But
yeah.
Friends, one of my best friend, she knows about the page. She actually follows it as well.
Oh, cool.
She does mention them like now and then. Oh yeah, I saw that picture and this and that. And yeah. And one of my workmates, she collects monkeys, so we have that in common. So there's nothing nothing awkward when I show her pictures. Like when I showed her the picture of Chip in his coronation gown, she was like, "Oh, she was the one actually that was going to sew it for me, but she got ill, so then I did it myself."
Oh God!
But yeah, so we share that with each other. And I keep telling her, "Look, you've got all these monkeys. You've got like 20 different kind of monkeys. Why don't you start an Instagram page?" She's like, "Oh no, I can't. No one's going to follow. I want to get followers."
Oh yeah.
And she's actually named one of her monkeys Z. Like she's named one of her monkeys after me, which is really sweet.
How cute. No, she totally should. There's like, that's the thing that I've noticed is there's an account for everything and there's like a community for everybody. So I'm sure there's a monkey community of some kind out there.
Yeah, it must be.
That's funny. So what do you work?
So I work in retail. So it's a major retail store. Like, I think quite a lot of people know it's Marks and Spencer's. That's what I work.
I've heard of that.
So yeah, I work there. That's in the city centre. So it's not far from me. It's only like a 15-20 minute walk from home.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Yeah, I enjoy it there. I mean, I wish I could do more hours because I need more hours, but they're not giving it. But I like it because when I always was against working in retail, and when I was 18, I had a job, and that was in retail, and I just hated it.
Oh.
I just did it just to get some money. Like it was just a weekend job. I just needed the money. And then after I had my kids, I didn't work, and I thought when I get back into work, I am not working in retail. I was just so against it because I just hated it when I was a teenager. But then I had no choice in the end. Like after COVID and that, I just really needed to get to work because my kids were growing up. Because like here in the UK, you get benefits to help you when your children are young, but once they're adults, they stop your benefit. So I just had to get a job because there's no way, could manage.
Yeah.
And I wanted to work anyway. It was just hard for me to get a suitable job when my kid, because I'm a single parent. So my kids were at school. I needed suitable hours, and that was hard.
Yeah.
So I managed to get this job just after the COVID pandemic, and I was really like thinking, oh God, I'm gonna have to work. But then I thought, oh, Marks Spencer is a really good store, really good company to work for. And I actually really enjoy it because I think because I'm older now, I'm more mature. I chat to the customers. It's really nice. Like I actually do enjoy it. Yeah.
That is kind of nice.
Sometimes I do think, oh God, I gotta go work. But once I'm there, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like just getting up and doing it and getting over there. It's like, yeah, I could see. It's like you just rather be doing something else. But it's nice to have a job that you enjoy, even if it's just, being able to chat with people and socialize a bit.
Yeah, because I am quite reserved, but I do. It's weird for me because I'm quite reserved, with my own family.
Yeah,
it's just been like that all my life. So they don't really know the real me, and my kids know the real me. So my kids know, they see the difference I am when I'm with my family. It was only Eid a few days ago. I just keep to myself. I mean, I talk to them. I'm not rude or anything, but it's just I just don't get involved in all the debates and this and that. I just just not me. But if I was out with my own friend, we'd be chatting, and I'm just so different, like with my own friends, than I am.
Yeah.
Even at work, I'm different. I think there was one time I was talking to a customer really openly. I was like laughing and this and that, and then I saw my sister like sitting there because she'd come in, and then I spoke to her. I know she must have thought, God, she acts different, like with other people. But that's me. They don't know the real me. It's sad actually. My own family don't know the real me, but I've had to do that for myself because it was hard for me, like growing up.
Yeah.
Like the way I was treated. So yeah.
Oh gosh, yeah. No, but you know, it's funny because I feel like I was mentioning to somebody before about the babies. Like I keep them to myself. Like that's my own private thing. One of my sisters knows about it because I've taken the babies over when they've had like parties and stuff. And it's just not the same. I can't be myself with the babies around them. And it is because like growing up, it was like I was Dawn, their sister, and that's, you know, they had this perception of me, but it was never really the real me. Yeah. And so I don't know, like it's hard to verbalize, I guess, but I understand where you're coming from, where you're a different person around your family than you are in your own world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so funny that your sister saw you and was like, who are you?
She must have just thought, she probably thought, I was just doing my work character. But that's actually me. How I am at work is how I am. Like.
So were you always a Star Wars fan, or like did The Mandalorian just kind of draw you in?
Okay, this might be a shock to everyone, but I don't watch Star Wars and I don't watch Mandalorian at all.
Oh my gosh.
I don't. It's just my son. He's into it.
Oh.
So he was watching The Mandalorian, and then he said, "Mommy, look at this. Look, it's a baby Yoda." And I looked, and I went, "Oh!" And then he was like, "Oh, it's Grogu." Oh, he's so cute. And then he was like, "You can get them, you know." And then I looked on Amazon. I was like, "I'm getting one for myself." I just basically that's Grogster. So I just got Grogster just to have just to keep on the sofa or my bed or something, like in my room. Yeah. And then when he arrived, I took him out and I went, and straight away I was just like, he's my baby.
Yes.
It just happened, yeah. But my son, he's the Star Wars and Mandalorian fan. And I feel a little bit bad because when there's the Star Wars Day at Mandalorian, I do these cute posts with the boys. And I'm like, I don't even know myself. And I asked my son, which character is this character? Yeah, it helps when you know someone who knows a lot about it, I guess.
Yeah. So is your son a pretty big fan? Like he knows the whole storyline and everything?
He's into a lot of things. How he got into it? Maybe it was his dad who I think when he was young, he went to his dad's to stay, and his dad was like, let's watch this Star Wars. And they watched the first one, and then from then they used to watch it with his dad, and his dad would come over here as well. So that's how he got into it.
Yeah. Well, good. It's a good thing he was into it, because then now you found the baby through him. So yeah. He's kind of like what started it, maybe.
Yeah. And then when he's watching The Mandalorian, he'll show me clips of Grogu, but I know, isn't this what Chip would do?
Oh.
Funny. Yeah.
That's so cute. So when did you start your account?
I started it around February 2022. I didn't know if we were going to get any followers. I just did it for fun. And then overnight we ended up with 30 followers, and I got well excited because I didn't expect to get that many. But look at us now, family of Grogsters, and got lots of friends in the Baby Yoda community.
Isn't it amazing? It doesn't even you don't even think about what's going to happen after you start the account, and the next thing you know, it's 30 followers, friends.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know what I'd do without it now, to be honest.
I know. I think about that sometimes too. What would my days be like if I didn't have Instagram to be on all day? Well, Instagram meaning the BYC, and then the babies.
And then and then when I'm at work, I do 8-hour shift, and I check it on my break, so I have a break 4 hours in my shift. And there's so much, like, so many posts to catch up on, and I can't comment on everything. It's just like, if you miss a day, that is it. It just takes long to catch up.
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's like, yeah, you can't. I remember the days when you could like see all of the posts for the day and be caught up every like hour, but yeah, no, it's impossible now.
Yeah. 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 And it's not in order either, Instagram, isn't it? Not like it used to be.
Yeah.
Like they don't show it in order.
I find like it's weird, like sometimes it'll show me a post from like a week or 2 weeks ago. Like and that account has made posts since then. I don't know what the heck the deal is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super weird. How many is there four babies in
Yeah, I've got 4. So it's Hamster, Chucky, Greg, and Chip. King Chip, as he's known.
Oh gosh, yeah, don't forget the king. That's a definite no-no.
Oh, I mean, if that was on my story, it'd be like, why am I not first? Why was I not mentioned first?
Was Chip the fourth? He was the fourth baby that came?
Yeah, he's the baby. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you get all of their names? Like, oh, I know Grugster. How you just mentioned
Grogster, well, I kept calling him Grogu, and then I came downstairs one day and I said, "Where's my little Grogster gone?" And then we're like, "Should we do Grogster?" And then we started the page, so it was like Grogster. And then now because like I still saw, I mean, he was like my baby, but he was still a toy. I don't like saying whether they're toy because they're behind me right now. But TOY.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ordered another one because I thought, oh, so if he gets dirty, if he gets wrecked or anything, then I've got another one. And that's how and then Chucky arrived, and then he had a scratch on his eye. So I emailed customer service where I got him from, and they said, oh, you can keep that one, or you can give it away. We'll send you another one. So they sent me Greg then, and that's how we ended with Greg. And then first we kept them. When Greg arrived, I was like, what? And now we've got so many. And then I thought, oh, they're all brothers. Oh my God, we have many brothers. And then my kid's name, so that's how Chucky ended up my daughter's then. So she called him Chucky. Because at that time we were watching that new, the Child's Play. So there was the TV show Chucky. So we were watching that. That's why she called him Chucky. Because especially because he had a scratch on his eye as well. She was like, he's going to be Chucky. My son named him Greg after the British comedian Greg Davies because he loves Greg Davies. That's how they got their name. Yeah. So then there were just 3 of them, and I was like, okay, we've got our 3 little boys. Yeah. And then you know what happens? You just keep looking at other. You keep seeing other, and you're like, one more. I need another one. Yeah. So that's how Chick months later. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It's so funny because when I first got JoJo, that was it. I had no intention of getting any others, and then ended up getting Benny, and then we got Bella, and then Danny, and it's like I swear they just need more siblings, and you see a baby in the store, and you're like, oh, this poor baby's by himself, and yeah, it's just so funny how they just multiply on their own in a way.
It's funny because like when we see any like Grogu's in the shops, I'm like, and then my kids are like, don't do the voice because I do the please take me out, and they're like, don't, and they drag me away. Oh. We've got 4, we don't need any more. Funny, I just can't look into their eyes, and I just don't look.
Yeah, it's true because you just see them looking at you like, please take me home.
Yeah,
it's so hard to not.
Yeah, it's funny. It's become a funny thing for us as well. My kids are like, don't do the voice.
Don't do the voice. So what is you do their voice? You do their voices, right?
Yeah, I do their voice. It's me that does the voices for them. And I use a voice changer.
Yeah, I think that's a question that somebody has for us, so we'll have to go into that maybe more. But yeah, I swear I freaking love the voices when you say me and my brothers and
I could make him speak, but it's not going to sound the same.
Oh, look at him.
The house, man, what the house?
Oh, there he is.
But then I use a voice changer, then it sounds, because he says what the hell's a lot. Yeah, I mean, he does swear. He does swear, but I try not to do it too much. And then the censoring fails as well on the Instagram stories sometimes. So there's a beep and then you hear the swear and it's like, oh, that was pointless.
That's so funny though. And I think it sounds like so cute when you hear him swearing, especially when it's like under his breath after he thinks the video's done. He's like, rah, rah, rah.
Yeah. Yeah, Mama, you're still filming.
Yeah. It's too freaking cute. I love it.
I mean, I do have quite a few friends message me, saying to me, "Oh my God, I love the videos. How do you come up with it?" And I go, most of the time, it's actually a blooper, and it just ends up being it because it's funny.
I think that is the way to do it. Just like it, totally spontaneous and just like, oh crap, it was wrong, but yeah. And so they all have their own personalities. Chip being like the king and in charge, and how is everybody else with that?
Oh well, Brox is the eldest. Now, when I think about their personalities, it's a lot like me and my sisters. Like my because I'm the third one. Like I've got a brother, but he's the youngest. But just my sister's personalities. That's how I would say, because my eldest sister, she's really wise, and she does look after all of us in her own way. Mm-hmm. And so that would be Grogster, because his personality is like that. And I never based it like that. It's just happened for some reason. I don't know. It's unintentional. And then Chucky, he stands up for himself a lot. But he's a foodie. My sister's not a foodie, but Chucky's the foodie, like with his nuggies.
Oh yeah.
And then Greg is the calm one. He's always happy. I call him my sunshine boy.
Aww.
So like he's quiet as well. He keeps out all the drama, which is like me trying to keep out all the drama because I don't like all this stuff. And then Chip, he's just like everything's about him, and my sister is like my younger sister, and she admits it as well. Like she's like, when she walks in, like, because she lives in London, when she like turns up in family events, she's like, yeah, look, the Queen's here. She does all that, like princess music. She actually says it, and everyone just finds it funny.
Oh my God.
But yeah, that's like that. My younger sister. So that's Chip is I'd say Chip is like my sister.
That is so funny. And you didn't intend them to, they didn't have that personality trait, like you didn't intend it. Like that's just how it came out.
No, it just happened. So when I think about it, it's just like that. Because I was thinking about it a few days ago about their personalities. Like, how did I get it? And I was just like thinking that, we actually act like me and my sisters. Because Greg is just like me, like as well. Yeah.
That is so cool. I love that.
Yeah. But then Chip's like Chip being a bit crazy, and that is me behind closed door, or like when I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
His nutty side.
I love that. I love how the babies are just like, I mean, in a lot of ways they are like other people that we know in our lives, but so many of them have our personalities like in a different way. Like one little piece of us in this baby or one piece in that baby. It's just so interesting to me. It's just it's funny.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I love that. So you did meet, you mentioned one friend in person. That's all like face-to-face meetups you've had with community friends?
Yeah, I've just had one. Yeah, that was Becky, like Grogu Little Green. She brought Little Green with her.
Oh.
She traveled quite a bit, and I felt a little bit bad because we already caught the train to Birmingham, and she had to catch like the coach. I think it was about 6 to 8 hours in the coach for her. But she was like, "I'm going to do it. I'm coming." And then she stayed in a hotel in Birmingham, and then we just went there for the day and met her. It was really good. It was really nice, and it didn't even feel. I thought it was going to be awkward, but it wasn't at all. It was just like we knew each other. And then we were in the train station, and then, like we had because we took Chip and Rogster with us. Couldn't take all of them. And then she brought Little Green. And then when we saw them, like, jumping up. The station's back. We didn't even look to see if anyone was like if any other people were looking, because it was just so cute. It was just so nice.
Oh my God, it's so adorable. It's funny when it's like that, right? Like it's the first time you've met somebody in person, like never met them before, but you already know them. Like it's like meeting an old friend. Yeah. And the babies just are so excited to see each other.
Yeah, it was so cute because I got to cuddle Little Green, and then she was cuddling Chip, and then Grogster. Oh. It was just so sweet.
I love it.
We even mentioned recently because I think Chip did a video where he said he doesn't smell 40, and she went, "No, you don't smell 40. I smell you. You smell really nice."
That's so cute.
When we were out with Becky, I remember we were taking a photo of Little Green, Chip, and Grogster, and we were in the shopping centre, like the shopping mall. I think I'd say mall. I think we say shopping centre here. But and then we were taking a photo of them, and then two women came up to me and Becky, and they're like, "Where did you go? Are they for sale?" Oh, they're asking. And I'm like, "They're not for sale." Look, when she's like, "Where can I buy them?" I'll go probably Amazon or maybe a toy shop. Well, I said the toy word again now, and they're behind me giving me evils.
I know, that's funny, huh? We've had people come up and say, "Are you guys selling them? And where do we get them like this?" And like they don't realize that they're just, the standard baby you can buy anywhere, and we've done all this stuff to them. And then that's when we explain that to them, and then that's when we get the looks like, "Oh, like you guys have gone far."
Yeah. So then, that same, because it was just a day meetup. So then we went to a shop, and then this one was with a daughter, and then she was asking, "Oh, do you buy them with them clothes?" I'm like, "No, they're baby clothes." Baby clothes. Yeah. But it's quite funny when you get people who. No, but it actually makes me feel a bit better when they're a bit clueless. So like they don't know that it's Grogu from The Mandalorian, because I don't watch it myself. But I do know that's Grogu from The Mandalorian. But they obviously are clueless. They don't know.
Oh, right.
Unless mine just look different because mine will like have their hoodies or their little. They're not in the actual.
Yeah.
It's just underneath their clothes.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of takes away from that Grogu, the actual Grogu look, and maybe they're not like putting two and two together.
But I've just made I've just made them like that's their personality. That's them, their colours.
Yeah.
It's fun, and also it helps me with my because I do get quite a bit of anxiety and stuff. My daughter does as well, and it's really helped us like having the boys. It's like my escape. That's what I would say. Yeah. My Instagram page and the boys like my escape from the stresses. And if I've had sometimes I do get bad days at work. I've had someone had a go at me, like it's not a customer but colleagues and that, because you do get some colleagues who are like that. Like,
oh yeah.
I come home and I'm upset, but then I just cuddle my boys and my kids, and then I see boys before my kids. They understand, my kids do, because they're old enough now. But my little cuddles with them. It's just like it's before I got my boys. It was just me and my kids, like 3 of us. But now there's 7 of us.
7 of you now. Yep. No, but they do. They provide that support and just comfort, really. So much, and that's for like so many of us. Like they are our comfort babies. It's amazing to me.
Because when I see posts of like others, like other moms or dads who are cuddling them because they've had a bad day, and we can emphasize, because we know that they do give us a comfort when we need them.
Yeah,
like an outsider would probably think the weirdos. But I'm not. I don't care what other people think. So if we did, like, if we were out and about, if anyone said anything, I'd be like, "Mind your own business." But when we first took Grogster out, this is before we got the others, I was a little bit hesitant getting him out of the bag. and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then it just got to the point where like, who cares if I'm not even going to look at the other people. Who cares if they're giving us looks and that? But no, we've not had anyone say anything to us.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I always think about that, and I think of it because I'm always worried that somebody's going to say something to me or look at me weird. I'm just too much afraid of what's going to happen around me, I guess. I wish I had more of that ability to be like, I don't care, you know. Sometimes I can be like that. Other times I'm like,
yeah. I think if I was on my own, I'd be like that. But I think because my kids are with me, whenever we go out and we take, I only take them out when my kids are with me. Like, so we can like have turns holding them and that.
That's a good.
I think that makes it easier. And then also my daughter does look young for her age, so she still looks like she's about 14, 15.
Oh, how cute.
Even though she's 21.
How cute. Any plans like to meet up with anybody else? Like any other, because I know there's more like accounts. I don't know, just to be honest, I'm not like great with English geography, but I know there's like quite a few accounts like in that region.
Yeah, it's just because like England looks small, but it's actually quite difficult to like have people to get together. Like they live in different cities and that. I mean, because I live in the Midlands, so if I had any like any Grogu friends who lived in like Nottingham and Birmingham, which is not far, then it'd be easy to meet up. Like for example, like when Becky had to travel, she had to come in the coach so many hours, and then she couldn't come to Leicester because her coach wouldn't come to Leicester. He went to Birmingham, so then I had to go to Birmingham. That's how it is. I think if you have a car, it's easier, but without a car, it's difficult to travel. Yeah, but I would love it. I'd love it if there was a meet-up. But hopefully there'll be a meet-up in the future, and then if my daughter's got a car, she can take me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Then I can take them four, then they can all sit at the back of the car, the 4 boys.
That would be so cute. Yeah, that's got to happen at some point. Is there anything like from having the either your Instagram account, connecting with others, or just having the babies in your life, anything that's like really been memorable for you, or like
I'd say the coronation, King Chip's coronation. That just exploded. I did not think that was going to become such a major event, because like the Countdown King Club that just started up in October. I think it was around October or just before October. It was because I made him do the countdown for his birthday, like in the stories, and his birthday theme was purple, and he was just like, I want everything purple. He kept saying that, and then like on the coronation day, it was just exploded. And I was like, oh my god, I can't keep my face post because I was getting tagged in this and that, and then I was having to share. But it was amazing. Like I still look back at all the like coronation posts, and I'm just like, that was so fun. Also the preps as well. I made the gown for Chip.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, it's like the amount of money I spend on the boys as well, especially on Chip. I can't buy anything for myself anymore. I'm like, right, I need to get Chip this. I need to get some purple velvet material so I can make his gown. It was just, and then it comes and my kids are like, what have you been ordering now? What have you got Chip now? It's like, not about the others, like Chip. Because he's the king.
Yeah.
He wants everything gold on purple. It was a coronation. It was just like, and I was just so, even though I didn't, it was a physical, like a real coronation where you would go there, like how it is like the family. It was a lot of work behind the scenes for me and Sadie. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I mean, anytime, any event that you host, like, I can't even imagine, like, I can't believe how much, like, work goes into it, and then you have to see all these posts, comment on all the posts, because you have, it's, like, awesome when people, participate. Yeah. So, but yeah, that coronation, dude, I remember it was just, like, everywhere. And I was like, this is the cutest thing ever.
And then, like, a week after the coronation, be at work, I'd go on my lunch break and I've tagged on all stuff. And it's still coming through. Oh my days, it's been a week. We're still going at it. It was just so nice that people still did it, even though they didn't get a chance during the week. They still took part in their own way. It was cute.
It's so touching. I love just the just so much participation that people are willing to do. That's what is so amazing for me. Yeah. Like, it's just, I love it.
Yeah, I do feel bad sometimes because I try to take part in all the events and then I just like forget, or I just don't get around to it. But then I try to take part after, and then I'm like, how should I take part as well? I'm gonna do it in my own way, that kind of thing. You want it to be unique as well. You don't just want to do it simple. But... Yeah.
No, it's hard. It's hard to stay like involved in that way, and I myself have fallen off the doing hardly anything anymore, and it's just, oh gosh, it takes so much effort, but at the same time you feel so like happy to be able to do it. It is hard to keep going, especially when there's so many events all the time.
I know. And then I tried to think back to before I had the boys, like, what did I do with my life?
I know.
Because now our life is just BYC.
Yeah. Yep. So, I know, like, working and having, family at home and stuff, you've got, a lot of responsibility, other things going on. Has there ever been a time when you just feel like you don't have time for this anymore? Like, what kind of keeps you in the community, like keeping you going?
It's probably friends. I just, because I've made quite a lot of friends in the community, and I know like the boys have made friends as well. So it's just to me, it's real life. Even though it's my escapism from the stresses in my life. I don't know. It's hard to explain it. I don't know. I just think it's like my escapism.
Yeah,
like, it just makes me happy.
Yeah. Well, and I think Dale, he said something that it really made a lot of sense to me. Because I've heard other people have speculated, like, how long are the babies going to be such a big deal? And, if the Mandalorian show ends, are we going to even care about the babies anymore? Which, that was a stupid thing to say, because of course we're going to care about the babies. They're never going to just disappear. But Dale's point was that it's going to surpass just, the Mandalorian and Star Wars and Grogu. Of course, we're going to have our babies forever, and they're going to be in our posts or in their posts. But it's the friendships really that we've made that are going to keep us together. So 5-10 years from now, the community is probably still going to be active, but it's because we've made such tight friendships that's what keeps us going.
Yeah. Even without the Mandalorian show, they are babies, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're part of us. They're our family. They are our family now, and they have their friends in the BYC. So it would go on. I believe it would go on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, my kids ask me something like, "Do you see yourself like doing the Grogstagram page in like 5-10 years?" I'm like, well, yeah, of course. Even if I've dropped loads of followers, I'll carry on.
Yeah, exactly.
It's their page. It's their voice. That's what I would say.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly right. It's like their way of putting themselves out in the world and showing, we're here, we exist. So what's something like interesting or that people would find like surprising?
I have no idea. I was looking at your question. I asked my daughter, I said, I'm not an interesting person. I say that about myself. I went, no, you're not allowed to say that. I go, you're 21. You've just become an adult. I go, I'm going to be 44 and I can't answer this question. Well, it's really hard. Like, this is like what would I say in an interview? Like, if I had in an interview, if it was question like, it was like something that you're proud of or your proudest moment, I used to always get stuck at that question. And then, like, when I know how I work at Marks Spencer, when I had that interview, when he asked me, the interviewer, that I was just, oh shit, oh shit, what do I say? And then I thought, wait a minute, I did my degree. I did my degree in children, family, community health while I became a single parent. So I was in my first year of doing my degree, and then my ex, he decided to walk out on us, so he left. And my kids, they were like, my daughter was 10, my son was 7, and they were still at school, and it was hard. I actually did, I had a mental breakdown when he left, and it was really hard. It was just the worst. I just felt like my life was over, but then I had to continue for the sake of my kids. And I lost a lot of weight because I did not eat. So I would feed my kids and I'd be crying while I was cooking their food. And they'd come and give me hugs. It was so little. They'd come and give me little hugs and that because they was at the cooker crying while I was cooking.
Oh my gosh.
And then I messaged my tutor and I said to her, I can't carry on with this degree. I can't do it. And she was like, no, just have a few days off, have a week off, have 2 weeks off if you have to, and then see how you feel. So I had about just over a week, I'd say, off. And I thought, you know what, I need to go back to you. I need to carry on. I've got to do it for myself and my kids. And then I studied, and it was hard because the subjects that came up was divorce, and like family breakup, and like issues like children being affected by divorce and stuff like. And it was really hard. I actually had to like study and do the assignments in them subjects while I was going through it. But
wow.
But I did it, and then I got my degree, and I'm really proud of myself.
Yes.
For that. Yeah. And then my kids are really bright. They look after each other. They look after me. We all get on with each other. We never have any issues. And I've just done it, like 3 of us. And then when my ex says things like, oh, I'm so proud of my kids, I'm like, you didn't even bring them up. I did.
Yes.
You see, 10 minutes a week is not bringing your children up because he only sees them for 10 minutes a week. So. Now, when he first left, he'd take them for a few hours, but slowly,
yeah,
it started becoming less and less. And that's why the kids are very close to me, my kids, because I've done it myself. So yeah, that, I don't know if you want to put that as interesting.
I think that's admirable. It's more than interesting. It's just like remarkable and praiseworthy. I mean, that's pretty awesome. That's amazing that you were able to do that. Yeah, I think a lot of people would have just given up.
And then I lost a lot of confidence as well. Like when I went through all that.
Yeah.
But also getting this, like working at Marks and Spencer's has helped me become more confident, and that's why I can be myself there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I try not to dwell on the past and that. But when I do think about it, I'm like, you know what? I'm proud of myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without being big-headed, I'm proud of myself.
No, and you should be.
Yeah, look at my kids, they're really bright. They did so well at school as well. Like they got the best grades ever, and I was just like, wow, I am so thick. How did my kids end up with such good grades? And then they're like, I say that to them, they're like, you're not thick, mommy. I'm like, but I didn't do well at school. I studied my degree, but when I was at school, I was pathetic. But they just push themselves in.
Yeah.
But I think in schools now they get more support as well. When I was at school, we didn't get really any support.
Yeah.
When we had the exams, it was like, oh, revise this at home, revise that at home. And when my kids, they actually didn't get revision leave. I don't know if it's like that where you are, where they get, when there's exams, they get leave to revise.
No.
They still have to go to lessons and they revise in the lessons with the support of the teachers. So I think it's just different.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just rambling.
No, I love it. That's so interesting to me. Well, they probably saw you, when you were still like struggling and still going to school. And I bet you that was a pretty big, that made an impression on them. I bet that had a lot to do with how they turned out and then how they performed in school. So you should be proud of that for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're both studying for their degrees now, and now I'm
Oh, that's awesome.
wow.
That's got to be like the best feeling.
Yeah, my daughter, she's finishing in a few months. She's in her third year.
Oh,
That's why she's
what is she doing?
she's doing criminology.
Oh, wow.
So she wants to work for the police eventually. She's always wanted to work for the police because when she was about 4 or 5, I was watching CSI Miami or one of them shows, and she came in. I was like, no, don't look, because it was like boring. She's like, I want to see, and then after she's like, I work for the police. I want to do that, and I was like, okay. She never gave up on that since she was 4, like 5 years old.
Oh my God.
I want to work for the police. And she's still, and she's actually has applied. So she's like halfway through the stages of the application with the police.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that. I love when kids know what they want to be when they're little and they do that. I feel like I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up. Like I'm just so that's so cool. Yeah. Good for her. And what is your son doing?
He's doing engineering.
Oh gosh.
And he's always liked building things and making things and inventing. Like he's always been like that. Like what likes is like practical, is it? Practical work.
Yeah. Like hands-on kind of.
Yeah, hands-on, yeah. He was actually into architecture. He was looking at that, but then engineering was just because he got to do engineering at secondary school, which is high school. I think that gave him the feel like, yeah, that's what I want to do. So he wants to do a biomedical engineering. That's what he actually wants to do.
I don't even know what that means, but that sounds like
biomedical is like, you know, the heart valves.
Oh, okay. Like making hearts.
He wants to get into
Holy crap. That is smart. Your kids are smart. That's really awesome.
Yeah, I'm proud. That's why I was thinking, oh, they're my kids.
Yeah, so your ex doesn't have any way to say like he's proud of them. He should be proud of you, I guess, for having raised them so well. So do you have any other hobbies you do like in your free time, or does King Chip take every waking moment?
Well, I've always been like enjoyed crafting, so I do card making and I do painting. And I used to do scrapbooking as well when my kids were little. I've got quite a few scrapbook albums with their baby pictures and that, you know. But I thought I'd get into that with the Grogsters, but I think I'm just too busy. But card making I've been doing, and I've been sending it in Happy Mail, and the friends have been like commenting.
That's I love artsy kind of crafts like that. That's really cool. It's a really nice way to, you know, let your artistic side out and get that, you know, share it with people.
Yeah, it's more special. So especially when you send it in Happy Mail, I think the more personal it is, I think it feels more special. And I keep all the Happy Mail I receive as well. Yeah, me too.
I have I started some photo albums with all the Happy Mail and like keep kind of scrapbooky kind of stuff and keep it that way. But yeah, it's so sweet. Frenchie Baby Yoda, their mom, she makes cards too, and it's so, I can't even imagine the work that goes into making cards. Like it's so cool, and it does make it so much more personal.
Yeah, because I've been doing card making. I've been doing for years. Because and when I remember my first card I made, I've got it somewhere. I kept it. It was so crap. It was like the worst. And then I just got better. I just keep practicing. And now my cards, like I just can see that this is what I want to do. This is what I want it to look like. I envision it, and then I find the right like colored papers and stuff like that.
How cute!
Yes, I try to do it like when I can.
Yeah.
Because even that, like if to make one card, sometimes I'm doing it for an hour because I want it perfect.
Oh yeah.
I'm not just gonna. I just don't. Like for example, like my first card I made, I just stuck some paper on, like just stuck an embellishment on and this and that.
Yeah.
It's just so bad because it just doesn't go. But it's just it's difficult to describe it. Like when you go, like when you see the cards in shops, like the ones that look like they've been handmade, they're really expensive.
Oh my god, yeah.
My sister used to have a shop, and I used to make cards, and she used to sell them in her shop. And
Oh,
and
wow.
she'd be like, "Oh, sell them for like £4 or £5." I'm like, "No, I'm not selling it for that much." I go, "£2 each is all right." She goes, "Yeah, but they can get the cheapy ones for £2." I'm like, "Yeah, but just stick with £2. It'll sell. They will sell." And they did sell, and then she'd like every week she'd give me like a little envelope of money like from my card making.
Oh,
She
my
never took
gosh.
any. She never charged. She never took any from it. She was just like,
Oh, that's so cool.
that's when she had a shop. She doesn't have a shop anymore.
You probably could have charged £4 to £5 for those.
Yeah, I know. Well, I just thought, who's going to pay that much for it? And sell. That's what my mindset was like.
Yeah.
But now I won't sell. I don't have time to make cards to sell. I'll just make cards to send in happy mail because I think that's just cute. It's just sweet.
That is really sweet. I like that. Should we ask the community questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Baby Yoda Cutie Star, they actually sent a voice memo. So, okay.
Hi, Groger's Gram. It's Baby Yoda Cutie Star Wars here. I absolutely love your outfits. How did you come up with the idea? They work so well with the Baby Yodas and they make the green pop.
Oh, oh my God, that's so sweet. Well, when Grogster, he was green anyway, so he was always green. But with like Chucky is blue, and Greg is yellow, and that are my kids. I told you they're my kids. Like, so my daughter's favorite color is blue, so she wanted him to wear more blue.
Oh,
because before, if you had time to scroll all the way back and you see their outfits, they're just wearing any outfits, any colors. And I don't know what happened. It just ended up having their colors. I don't know how it happened. It just happened. I'm glad it happened because I had like a box of their clothes and the lid's not closing. And that gave me a chance. When they got their colors, it got me a chance to clear out all the stuff we didn't need anymore. Give them to charity. And then, the box has just got their own color clothes in it.
That's a really cute way to do it.
Yeah, and then Chip, we got Chip in October because we got a Grogster in January and we got Greg and Chucky in March, and then Chip came in October, so quite a month later. So when I ordered him, first thing my kids were like, say, what color are they going to be? Because the other three already had their colors. And I was like, I don't know. And I was going to do white, and then I thought, let's do purple. I think purple's really cute. Let's do purple. It's different. So that's how he ended up with his purple. So he got his purple. And then when he got here, I realized I hadn't brought anything purple for him. So he just wore anything. Like he wore, I think, Chucky's navy or cardigan or something when he first came. And then Chip has got more clothes than the others.
Why am I not surprised?
I see anything purple, right? Getting that for Chip.
Yep.
Yeah, one of his hoodies is a girl's one. It's actually a baby girl's hoodie, but it's purple. It's got little frillies on the shoulder, but it's just so cute. I had to get it for him. Yeah. But yeah, the colours, it's just our favourite. Basically, it's just our favourite colours. Yeah. But I'm so glad that they're easy to recognise as well to friends who know them, like by their colours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it makes it easy to buy stuff for them because you're just like, okay, if it's yellow, we'll buy it. If it's blue or whatever.
If I can get it in all their colours, I'll get it. But then Chip always ends up with, who cares if the other three colours are it's purple, he's having it. But if we see something and it's a blue one and a yellow one, but not a green one, and not a purple one, oh no, leave it.
No.
But my daughter's always looking at baby clothes for Chucky because Chucky's her. She's like, oh, look at this blue hoodie. Look at this and that. And I'm like, if you want to get it, you can. I'm not paying for it. But I'll happily pay for Chips because he's so spoiled. he's the king. He's the purple king.
Yeah, and it suits him.
He's got lots of king names.
All right, Life of Baby Yoda. Let's see. She sent a voice memo as well.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, what made Chip want to be a king?
Okay, so He wasn't a king. He wasn't a king until he started his birthday countdown. Like, it was his birthday countdown where he wanted everything purple. And then who ate our snacky snack? Sadie messaged me and she was like, "Why don't we do a club and make him the countdown king?" And then, yeah, that's how we got the idea of him being king. But then he ended up having all different king names, like Purple King and Potty Mouth King and all sorts. And now, like, I think, to be honest, I think, yeah, he was always going to be king when he, as soon as he arrived, because he was like, because originally, before he became king, it was, oh, I want to do that because I'm the baby. It was like that with him. So he always had that I'm getting my own way kind of personality.
He just had that kingly personality already.
Yeah, and there's quite a few kings, aren't there?
Yeah. That's what we were.
You don't realize that.
Well, Katie from Clonk and Bonk, she said it best. She's like, well, now let me think if I can remember how she said it. But basically, they're kings of all their own territories. So there's King Yodi in Canada, and then I can't remember what's Max and Evie. Oh, King Leo. He's in Louisiana. Yeah. So Chip, he can be king in his area.
If you ask Chip, this is what he'd say. I'm the king of everything, boss.
I love Potty Mouth King.
It's not going to sound the same because there's no voice changer, but yeah, that's kind of the voice I put on for him.
Mm-hmm. I love that. What kind of because Chip has like a different accent. Like it's not like he sounds different than you. Like your accent is different than his.
I don't know.
Does he have a?
I speak differently I do speak in slang a lot, but then like for this podcast, naturally I was speaking a little bit more. Say decent. I don't know. Yeah, because like Leicester, we don't really have an accent. I don't think we have an accent.
No.
Leicester. We do speak in a lot of slang though.
Mm.
But yeah, Chip, when I do his voice, it does sound really cockney, which is quite good actually. It suits him.
It does. Okay, Jesse Joker. Jesse asks, or JJ asks, why do you like to swear a lot? And also, I'm King JJ. Okay, so Chip's being challenged.
All right, Chip, you're going to answer this, Chip. He's reading it.
I swear a lot. And you are not the king. King, you're my jester, JJ.
Yeah, he's gone. He's sulking now.
Well said, Chip. I concur.
I don't know how that's going to sound without the voice changing. I'm going to be cringing.
It sounds cute. It still sounds cute like him. Okay, Grogu Little Green. Oh, let me see if she sent a voice message. Oh, yes. Okay, so she did. She sent a voice message.
Hi, this is Auntie B of Grogu Little Green, and my question to Chip is, who deserved tweezers?
He's going to answer now. You can answer.
But I think we know who deserves tweezers is JJ because he's trying to take over from being king. The king, JJ, tweezers. Pretty little green. Wait.
Oh, JJ, you better watch it. Chip is coming for you. Okay, Baby Yoda fan Dale, he wants to know. Okay, I say Leicester. How do you say it? Leicester? Leicester.
Yeah, Leicester.
Okay, will Leicester get promoted? I don't even know what that means.
Can I get my son to answer this?
Oh
one?
yeah, that'd be great.
Zil, come on, answer this question. Will Leicester get promoted?
I think we'll get promoted, but I don't know if we'll win the league because we can't seem to win. Well, I don't think anyone wants to win the league because even Leeds keep losing and Ipswich keep losing. So I don't know if anyone wants to win the league. So I don't know.
Okay. Thanks.
That's all language that I don't get.
I don't know. I think Dale will understand what he's. But I think British friends will understand that because he mentioned quite a few different teams there.
That's all over my head. Like, okay, anytime anybody talks about sports, I'm like, what?
At least my son got to do the podcast.
That was good. Thank him for us.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, Pepito666 Piel de Verde. They sent a message.
This is Queen Principessa along with the 4P brothers. This is a question for King Chip. How is a typical day at the King Chip royal household for yourself, for your brothers Chucky, Greg, Grogster, and your Auntie Z? So, this is a question. How is a typical day in the royal household? Thank you. Hello. This is Queen Principessa.
What is a typical day?
Was that from Pepito? That was from Pepito.
Yeah.
Typical day would be, they sleep on the sofa. They all four of them. They sleep on the sofa. So come down, I get them up, and then they first thing they do is ask, "What's for breakfast?"
Mm-hmm.
And then they just have their breakfast, and then they just sit on the sofa, and then Chip sits on his purple chair or his purple throne, telling everyone what to do. And then they watch telly, and they expect Auntie Z, to work so they can get lots of food like chicken nuggies and pizza and pretzels. And what's your favourite chip?
Chips.
Chips.
Yeah, chips.
Loaded chips with lots of chicken. Chicken chips.
Oh, that sounds good. That's his favorite. That's great. Yeah, they've got quite a life there.
Nothing exciting. It's not exciting. But Chip and his brothers, they have a nice relaxed life, don't you?
They deserve it though. They do a lot for us, so they deserve to have a luxe life.
Yeah. Our job is cuddles.
And they get paid very well for those cuddles.
Yeah.
So Clonk and Bonk. They sent 2 questions actually. The first one is for Chip. How did you know you wanted/needed to be king?
Why he wanted to be king? Or it was him starting his countdown for his birthday because he wanted everything purple. And then we were given the idea to start a countdown club. And I didn't think not many people would want to join it, but they did. I mean, it's not a big club. We only have about 40 members, but it's manageable.
That's pretty big.
The Vigs, we call it. Very important Grogus.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, we call them the Vigs. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. And Chip's a bit of a nutter. He's speaking and things. His voice is slightly different to his brothers. I don't know if anyone notices, but it's because he's very demanding.
Oh, yeah.
He's a king.
Well, right. It's
demanding king.
He has to be.
King of everything, as he says.
It's funny because I think he didn't intend to be the king or to even start that, but it feels like once he kind of took on that role of the countdown king, he was like, oh yeah, this is where I need to be.
Yeah, he's got his place. I mean, before he was king, he was a boss. He was quiet when he first arrived because he was quite shy and things, but once he got the feel of it, of his brothers and the family, it was like, I get to be first because I'm the baby. And now it's I'm the king, I'm the baby.
I feel like his brothers, do they kind of defer to him though? They kind of foster that idea that he is the king and he's in charge.
Oh yeah, they do. They just let him get on because they know they're not going to win, so they just let him go. Although Chucky's a bit feisty, so he does like start arguing with him sometimes. But yeah, Greg and Grog, so they just let him get on with it. They just keep out of the way a little bit.
Yeah. That makes sense. Just kind of like, okay, just let him do what he's going to do. All right. Her second question is for the others, for the rest of the boys. Are you jealous of King Chip's royal status? Hypothetically, how would you overthrow his rule?
No, they're not jealous. They're more... they're okay because they're the princes. I'd say, or them, the one who would want to take over is probably Chucky, because he's the feisty one, yeah, and he's a master of the nuggies, the nuggie master. That's what he calls himself. Yeah, I don't think he would really try to challenge it, but if he had the chance to take over as king, it would be Chucky. Yeah, so the April Fools, it was for I think it was for baby Grogu's, was it Juggy? It was April Fools of his birthday event, and I thought, what can we do? And I thought, right, this is a funny one, where he decides to what's the word? I've forgotten the word. My mind's gone blank. Abdicate. That's it. Abdicate the throne. So then he threw his crown on the floor, and then he's like, I'm abdicating, and I'm going to pass it down to Grogster now. Grogster, like the elders, but really it should have been Chucky. Now thinking about it. Yeah, we did it as Grogster.
That was funny.
And on Bronk and Bog, we do a walk Wednesday with them.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, so it's really fun. It's like Katie, she reached out to us, and she asked if we wanted to do Walk Wednesday. Like, that was way before the Countdown King.
Oh.
And we just jumped at this chance because it sounded so much fun. Because like, there's so many ways to do walks. You can use Snapchat, or you could do Instagram filters, or you could just make your own like special effects. I know there's quite a lot of accounts who are really good at doing them. They must have a lot of good apps on their phones.
Oh gosh, yeah,
but it's fun. And it's easy to run as well. And also, I know Katie's really busy, and so am I. So like, we understand each other when the other one can't share the posts and that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a fun event. I love to see the creativity that the babies come up with. It's just so funny.
Yeah. It's silly. It's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
How did you guys like know each other kind of before that? Like, had you been kind of friends before that came up?
We used to talk via DM like now and then, and she was one of our first followers, like friends. And I think I can't remember when they started their account, but it must have been similar time to us. So we just felt, I think, because we were both like new, we got to know each other quite well that way. But, like when she asked us, can you host it with us? And we're like, of course, yeah, because we saw other people like hosting things, and we just like would join their events.
Yeah,
we never ever thought about doing anything ourselves. And also, she's very creative, Katie is, so she came up with that idea, and it's really good. And how I would never have thought of it, even though we use filters and that every day. Like, well, not every day, but like on Snapchat and things on ourselves with the like doggy filters and that.
Yeah, I know, that was pretty creative. I think it's the funniest thing. I love the creativity that people have in this community. It's just always like very inspiring. I find. Yeah.
It's funny because I'm busy. I'm quite busy now with work and that. On some Wednesdays, I'm like, I've been tagged or something. I'm like, it's just life just takes over sometimes. And then it's like I have two secret lives. One's the BYC and one's real life.
I know, but I think it's a good way to, I don't know, cope with life. You just have to have that escape, a little escape shoot to go down, and that's the BYC. Yeah, and I've made quite a lot of friends as well, like with the moms and dads on there. Yeah. I know, it's really magical. There's quite a lot of support system, like behind the scenes as well. Yeah. Because I've got my best friend who I've known since I was 18, and sometimes I'll say to her, "Oh, I told you this happened," and she's like, "What? What are you on about?"
oh shit, it wasn't her. I told it. Like, something, a really big thing happened to me, and I didn't even tell my own best friend. Yeah, it's just because it just feels like I know some people in the BYT. It just feels like I know them so well.
Yeah.
Like, even the ones I've not even met, but it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like we all just know each other so well, some of us.
Yeah.
It's nice, the friendship.
That's so good that you've had that friendship for that long.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really cool feeling.
Yeah, I mean, we're more like sisters, I'd say. Like,
Oh,
sisters.
yeah.
We just really desperately wanted, but we've got each other, so we are sisters.
I think that's exactly right. Yeah. You guys are like sisters that you chose rather than were born into.
Yeah. I mean, like, we've been friends, we're in our 40s now, and we've been best friends since we were 18, so that's a long friendship.
Yeah.
It's family, really, isn't it?
It is. It really is. And some family members haven't even had that kind of a connection for that many years.
Yeah.
So
I can tell her anything, but my own family, I keep things private from them.
you have to censor yourself sometimes from family just because of how they're going to react or things they're going to say.
I mean, some people, they have like really close family and connections and that, but like mine is not like that. So I grew up like that, like in that environment kind of thing. So I know where I stand. So it's all right.
Yeah, you just know that's what you know. So I get that.
That's why me and my kids are really, really close. We tell each other anything because that's just how we are, and it's just totally different to my upbringing, how I brought them up. But they're really good kids. I mean, they still know about their religion and beliefs and that.
Yeah.
But then they're allowed to do, basically whatever they want. And they can go out. So I wasn't allowed to go out when I was with my friends when I was their age, when I was younger. But I've been encouraging them, go out with your friends. So they're like, no, we want to go out with you, Mommy. I'm like,
oh, that's so sweet.
They see me as their friend, like their best. They say that to me as well. I'm like, who's your best mate? Like, you are. I'm like, no, I'm your mom.
Oh, that's so
we are
cute.
like a family of besties. We always say that, a family of besties. And then now we've got the little dogsters with us as well.
I love that. That is really so special. Like you don't hear that anymore. Like from teenagers and young, like 20-somethings, they are not like that with their parents. I love that. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So even at work, when they come and pick me up, and my colleagues, they'd say to me, "Oh, your kids are so good, you lot are so close. I wish my kids were like that. Lucky to get a hello out of them when you get home from work." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, they can pick me up. They just want to. Oh, we're gonna pick you up today. All right."
How did you do that? Like, what's the trick or what's the secret?
I have no idea. I can't answer.
Maybe that's something that they would have to answer, huh? Just like what was their mom?
I did have to bring them up like on their own and that, but they're just really good. I mean, if I would say they're just calm. I mean, they got their calm side from their dad. Their dad is quite a calm person anyway, and then they got their silliness from me. But because outside I'm quite calm and I just like.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's how they've ended up being like. They're very bright. Bright kids.
Yeah, they sound like they are. Okay, Patu Towers. They ask, how often do you babies twerk? That was from Squishy Bee. Do they twerk? I didn't know they twerked.
They don't twerk. I think Squishy Bee is the twerk legend, I'd say.
Oh.
Squishy Bee is the best twerker in BYC. I don't think my boys would even know how to twerk. But we enjoy watching Squishy Bee's twerking. It's funny.
Squishy Bee should have like a twerk event, like teaching the babies how to twerk.
Yeah, definitely. They do twerking classes, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they could have a competition after who's the best twerker.
Yeah, there you go. That's an event idea. That would be so funny. I can totally see that happening. Okay, Daddy Love Grogu. they sent a voice message.
Hello, Groguster, Greg, Jackie, and King Chip. We are cherry, mango, lemon, and mocha. By the way, Blair says hi to Jackie, and she says she loves you. Our question is, what's your favorite food? It's a very basic question, but we just love food. We love cooking. We love going out for dinner. We love trying out new restaurants. So we're just curious, what you like to eat for dinner. What's your favorite snackies? Something like that. By the way, we love you so much and hope we can visit you someday soon. Bye.
Oh, that was so sweet. It's so nice to hear her voice. Yeah, Daddy Love Grogu, yeah, we speak quite a lot. And then Chucky girlfriend is Blair. I think Blair lives with, I don't know if it's with her dad or the Dadalorian's dad, but yeah, Blair doesn't live with them. But that's Chucky's girl.
Ah, Chucky.
So favorite food, chips is loaded chips. Well, chips with anything. Like he just loves his chips because that's his name as well. And then Grogster loves pizza, and he loves broccoli pizza. That's going to start the Bab thing going on now.
Oh yes.
All the boys love broccoli. Broccoli's like our main veg in the house. We have it like 2-3 times a week. For Grogster's birthday, I made him broccoli pizza. That was really nice. And then Chucky loves nuggies. He's the typical nuggie master. And Greg loves pretzels and Chinese food. Yeah. And also, Chucky's got something to say to Blair. Chuck's going to sound like Chip now.
Oh.
Sweet Chip, Blair. That's me, Chucky, not Chip.
I can tell the difference.
You think it was different? He was sweeter, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. Chip's more like, yeah. Okay, let's see. Toy Nut Grogu. He asks, who does all the voices for Grogstergram, especially King Chip?
That's me. I think everyone knows now it's me that does it. And it's funny because like when we go out and about, my kids are like, do their voices. I'm like, oh, people are around. I'm not doing their voices. And I do it really quietly. But, yeah, and then when I'm not at home, my son said to me that sometimes my daughter does try to do their voices, but he goes, it's not them.
Oh.
But then, like, it's funny because, like, I do their voices, but I actually think that's what they're saying anyway.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's so funny. And mine, I don't have voices for them because I hear them in my head. But it's funny. I have a baby. Well, I call him my baby, a cat. He's like 8 or 9 months old now. But when I talk to him as Jojo. And so that's Jojo's voice when I'm talking to the cat. And it's so funny because I don't do it like on their page or anything. But yeah, like each of them have their own little personality, their own voice, and I hear it all in my head. And I wish I could do voices like you do. Those are so freaking funny.
That just happened by accident. I think I did it as a joke. This video of Chip and the pumpkin rolled him over, and he was like, "You stupid fucking pumpkin!" He's doing all that, yeah. And I beeped it out, but they found like the friends on BIC, they found it so funny, and then that's why I just continued with it. Because I was worried at first. I didn't want to offend people, like the swears and that. So I tried to beep it out. But so recently the Instagrams doesn't work very well, so it beeps it out like after he's sworn or before he's sworn. And then I'm like, well, that's pointless. Because it'll beep and then it'll go shit. That's like a blooper fail, but it's really funny. It is funny, yeah.
It's funny when that happens because it's like it's like it was so obviously in the wrong spot, but that's what makes it so much funnier. It's like I love it. I think if people, I mean, yeah, certainly there are people who have these opinions because, they're supposed to be babies, but I don't know. I think it just makes it fun. It's like, that's his personality. He's not like every other baby. And, it's what makes
You know
Chip
what?
good.
Yeah, he swears, but he doesn't swear like horribly at people. He's not horrible.
No.
He does tend to, when human brother winds him up, he'll tell him to fuck off. Because I just, like, even not on the page, they speak at home as well. When I'm at home, obviously.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Baby Yoda, Amori, Billy, Andy, and Dan. They sent a voice message.
Hello, friends. Do you think you could have a new brother one day?
Chip's gonna say,
Yeah, the youngest. I'm the baby. I'm the baby king. And that is that. No more.
He's answered, I've got no choice in the matter now.
Yep. Oh gosh. So any babies you see, they're gonna stay on the shelves.
I mean, you know what? I do see them, and I really want to, but it's like I just have to stop. And I feel sad as well because like they all want a home.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I know some friends they have a lot, and that's their choice. But I can't pause enough because I struggle to carry 4 up the stairs and down the stairs.
I know. Yeah. Like, and when you want to go places, you have to think like, I can't bring all of them. Like, so who's going to come? And then I feel bad leaving the other ones behind. So yeah, 4 is a good number. I think you're set with those.
Yeah, because we have turns taking them out, and like when we go on holiday, we only go like on short UK breaks, and we take 2 of them. So last year we took Chip and Monster. This year we're taking the twins, Chucky and Greg. I forgot to mention that they're twins. We just put them. They're just twins, Chucky and Greg. Because when Chucky arrived, he had a hurty eye, so he just stayed in the box.
Yeah.
And then Greg came a couple of days later or something, and then we just there was twins.
How cute! I love that.
I always call them the twins. Yeah.
Okay, some rapid fire questions just to kind of like cover all bases, like get to know you at the end. So, what is your favorite food?
Chicken salad. I just love my chicken salad. Because I try to eat healthy, even though I love pizza, but pizza I'd have it as a now and then treat.
Yeah.
Chicken salad, if we're going out to eat, I'll always just order chicken salad. Or
Yeah.
my daughter will make it for me when I get home from work. She's made me a nice salad.
Oh, that's so nice. How cool. What a good daughter. All right, what's your favorite color?
I've got loads, but I'd say purple because I've got Chip sitting next to me right now.
He's like, you better say purple.
Otherwise, he'll declare treasons to me.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
This is a difficult one, but I'd say 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street because it's just so funny. Every time I watch it, I'm just like dying with laughter. I watch it over and over again.
I have movies like that too that are just like I can watch them 100 times and still love it. What's your favorite TV show or streaming show?
I'd say The Tudors. The Tudors. I've watched that over and over again.
That looks like a good show. I've never watched it, but it's on like my watch list someday to watch.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, some of it is fiction, but I just love it.
All right, good. I'm gonna move that up on my watch list. I gotta watch that. All right, what's your favorite book?
Favorite book I've not read for years, but the one I've read over and over again is I forgot the name of it because it's been so many years. Okay, so Born Under a Million Shadows by Andrea Busfield.
Oh,
Yeah, I've read that over and over again.
I have not heard of that book.
Yeah, my daughter read it as well, like recently, and she really enjoyed it.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm getting some good info here. Okay, what's your like favorite music genre or your favorite artist?
I like indie rock, but my favorite is Linkin Park. It'll always be Linkin Park. Since I was 18. Just
love Linkin Park.
And even now I cry when I think about Chester. I cry when I listen to a song, and then all of a sudden I realize he's not here anymore, and I just stop falling. But yeah,
wasn't there a song that was recently released?
Yeah, they have like released some stuff now on like every so often, and they did release one recently. It was called Friendly Fire. Friendly Fire. That's the recent one they released. It's good that they've actually like got like music that they never ever released when he was like around.
Yeah, I know but it's so bittersweet because the music is awesome to be able to hear, but just when you realize like he's gone, like oh my god, it's heartbreaking. I love Linkin Park. They came to San Diego years ago. Well, obviously. And I had tickets to go to the concert, and my boyfriend was going to be out of town. And so I had an extra ticket, and I was like, I got to go to the concert because I loved them so much. So I asked one of my friends from work to go. It was the worst experience ever. Like I should have just gone by myself, because having her there and not liking Linkin Park, like everything they were doing, every song and every like interaction that they had with the audience, she was just like, this is so stupid. Like it was the worst. I freaking hated that.
It's a shame you've got that, the band that you just love, and then you couldn't even enjoy it.
Yeah, because a stupid friend of mine. Oh, I'm so frustrated. Okay, so what is your favorite song?
My favorite song changes often. Like if I wasn't gonna pick Linkin Park at the moment, I keep playing this song over and over again, and my son is getting really annoyed. It's "Loneliness" by Tom Craft.
Oh,
it's a dance track, and then the son's like, "There's no other lyrics." I love it. I dance to it. Gets me in a good mood.
Exactly, and that's all you need.
I hadn't heard it for quite a few years, and then when I watched the Saltburn movie, it was in that, and I was like, oh my god, I love this song. Did I forget about it? This dance tune. Yeah.
Oh, that's where I heard that song. I just watched that movie a few weeks ago, and that movie was, I don't know if I liked it or if I was just like, if I didn't like it.
It's like a 50-50 movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I swear I still don't know if I like it or if I didn't like it. It really makes you like think about it though. Do you have a favorite quote?
Though it's the beautiful. So it's B and then the U, Y-O-U, beautiful. I love that quote. I saw it ages ago, like years ago, and I just like, it's basically be yourself, be unique.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Oh, I like that one. What's your favorite season?
I like spring because it's not too warm and it's not too cold. It's just right. I'd say it's crisp. The weather is crisp.
Yes, crisp. That's a good way to describe it.
I got that word from. I was watching Everybody Loves Raymond like ages ago, and then Robert comes in. I don't know. Have you seen that show? Everybody Loves Raymond. Yeah, Robert comes in. And he's like, the weather is crisp. It's actually, gee, that's the right word to use for like spring weather.
Yeah, it is. It is that crisp, like tingly feeling. Yeah. Okay, what's your favorite holiday?
I don't really have one, but we say Christmas because I get to spend the day with the kids at home because I don't work on Christmas Day and Boxing Day. I don't work.
Yeah.
We just like because I'm Muslim, we don't really do Christmas, but I still cook a nice meal.
Oh.
And they get presents from their dad because their dad he's white, so he's English. Like I say, he's not Christian. He's white. Because obviously I'm Indian, but I was born here in England. But yeah, my kids are like mixed race. So, but yeah, they get presents from their dad's side of the family. I just cook a nice meal and stuff, and then we still do our little Christmas post with the boys, and I get them a little present.
Oh,
they get Christmas presents.
Of course. I love that. Yeah, I was going to ask you a question. The BYC is mostly focusing on, like, well, for example, we have Christmas celebrations, Easter celebrations. it seems to be mostly Christian
Yeah.
oriented, even though most people are not, or I don't think everybody is Christian or, religious anyway. But you guys celebrate Ramadan, and the babies are like showing what they're doing, for Ramadan and stuff and other celebrations. And I'm just wondering, have you ever had any kind of like negative remarks or comments or questions even about like that side of the account?
Oh, what, in the BYC?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. No, I was like when I first, like 2 years ago when it was Ramadan and the account, like I just started the BYC. I just started the account in the BYC. I was a bit nervous. I didn't know whether to mention it or not. So I think I mentioned it just once. Oh, that is Ramadan and we're fasting. We just some decoration or something. I didn't post anything every day. And then last year, I wanted to do something more because I thought, you know what? Friends need to know that this is our religion and we have fun and all that all throughout the year. But, it's a big thing for us, like 1 month of the year having to fast and this kind of thing, reflection and all that. So it was Helen. Helen loves Grogu. Helen loves Grogu. I was talking to her like via DM, and she encouraged me to. She said, "You know what? You're not gonna get any like negative from it." And she goes, "And even if you do, you just like they show their true colors. Just follow them." But I never got any negativeness at all. So last year we did post about a few things, and then this year I decided to do every day, like day 1, day 2, day 3.
Good.
And even like when I do it, I relearn as well because I'm not overly religious. I have my beliefs. I'm not religious like throughout the year. But when I was sharing stuff, I was reading. Oh yeah, this is why we do it and stuff like that. Yeah. Because I went to mosque when I was a child. And my kids did as well. But then when you grow up, you forget some things like this historical side as well. I didn't mention much history because even though I don't get negative stuff in the BYC, when I first started working at where I work, I did get a few like negative stuff said to me by customers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because of my religion. Even though I don't wear the religious stuff. Like, there's people that work there that have the headscarf and I'm just there with my makeup, my hair loose and everything, and they just see my name badge and they say Zaina because that's my name. Oh, you're Muslim, are you? What do you think about why your prophet did this and that? And it was just so horrible. And I wasn't confident at that time when I first started there because I've been there for 2.5 years now, and I'm more confident I can say what I think. I actually do sometimes be sarcastic back to customers, but at that time I was still new and I was like really nervous, like talking to them and like shy, and it just really upset me. And then one day I said to my manager, I said to her, "Look, can you order me a new name badge? I want my nickname on there. I don't want my real name on there." And she was like, "Oh, why? What happened?" So I told her that I've had 1 or 2 customers like have a go at me because of my religion. And she was so shocked because I don't even look Muslim, but they just see my name badge and they're like, that's it, their chance to have a go at me. So yeah, and since I've got my name Z, when I have had customers, "Oh, so your name, what's your name, And I'm just like, Z. And they're like, "Yeah, but what's your name?" "Yeah, Z." I just don't tell them because I don't want them.
But that's awful. That's so awful to have to live like that. Like, people are just, I can't even comprehend the minds of people who would go after somebody like that. It's just.
And like my city where I live, Leicester, is multicultural. Like, it's like, if you researched it, Leicester is the most multicultural city in the whole of England.
Wow.
Even then, you get a few that are just have them issues about it.
Yeah, just ignorance.
Yeah. So it's just like that.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad because
Yeah.
I love to learn about other cultures, other people's religions, beliefs. I think it's very fascinating. And I don't, of course we all have our own opinions about things, but I think it's important to hear other people's beliefs and understand where they're coming from rather than just pass a stupid judgment. So I was hoping that nobody had said anything negative or
Yeah, in BYC, I've not had any issues.
Very good.
And I mean, if anyone does not agree with my religion, they've not said anything, which is fair enough.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Everyone has their own opinions. I mean, like, I have my opinions, but I keep them to myself.
Right.
It's not just about religion, about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Same.
I mean, you can't help it. You can't help it if you have that kind of thought.
Yeah.
No one can help it. That's why. So when I had that negative stuff at work, you couldn't help that. That's,
Yeah.
that's how they feel. But it's just, keep it to yourself. Why are you being so rude to me for? I'm trying to serve you so you can pay for your goods, and you're standing there talking to me like that. Well, then my manager did say to me, if you ever get that kind of stuff, just tell them that I'm not serving you. No, just refuse to serve them, and then just get someone else to serve them, or just call a manager and we can get them removed from the store. So we have started to get that kind of like support from management now, where they've said they would remove customers who are like that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, because it should not be tolerated. It's never, stuff like that should never be tolerated no matter what the situation is.
Yeah.
I don't agree. When I was starting, or when I first made the announcement about the podcast that I was going to be doing it, I had a couple of, but a couple members of the community voiced opinions about it, kind of negative opinions that I shouldn't do the podcast, that I shouldn't involve the BYC. And it's like, the main thing was because it would be representing the entire BYC. And, if I did that, then I would have to really watch what I said about religion, about politics, about any kind of hot topic. And I thought I'm not here to give an opinion. It's just about getting to know the individuals and each other. And so asking about somebody's religion or, a post that somebody made that's based on a religion, I didn't feel like that was, a question that's...
Yeah, I think that like the BIC, you learn a lot from it. You learn about other things.
Yes.
Yes.
There was something. Oh, this is the stupidest thing. What is it? King's Day, which is, I guess, 5 or 6 days after Christmas. I had never heard of that in my life, or if I had, I didn't know what it was. And at 47 years old, I was finally learning what that meant, and it was because of the BYC.
Exactly the same. I go to my kids, what's 3 Kings Day? They're like, what? What's that? I'm like, did you not learn it in school? Is something got to do about Christmas? They're like, no. And then I researched it because I saw quite a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like because of the BIC. Otherwise, I would have not known myself.
Yeah. So, aside from religious stuff like that, I've learned things about people's countries and about their cultures in their countries. So I've found it just, educational, if not interesting. So it's been pretty cool.
And you can learn all your life, can't you, about new things? Like,
absolutely.
Never too old to learn.
Yeah. All right. What is your favorite animal?
I'd say a fox, because our team, Leicester City Football Club, our mascot is a fox.
That's cool.
And then we do have foxes around here as well. And like many years ago, when I was a child, foxes would hide, but now they just walk around just like a normal animal. Like they just walk. They're not scared. They just walk, and they even cross the road. I've seen them at the traffic. They actually have the traffic wait for the cross.
Oh my gosh!
One thing in my area, I don't know. I used to see them in my garden and stuff. Like growing up, when my parents had a big house, we'd see them in the garden because we had quite a lot of greenery behind. And when you open the door, they'd hide. They just run and hide. Not anymore. They just walk in the city centre and all sorts. Is that not? Yeah, it is.
Oh.
walks. Even he looks at you as well while he walks. But yeah. We're not scared. We're not scared of them because it's not very big.
And do they go after your pets or anything? Like here we have coyotes, and if you have pets outside at night, like if you have a dog in the backyard or, your cats get outside, the coyotes will go after them and kill them. But the foxes, do they do that?
I think so. I think it's a rare thing. I know one time in London a few years ago, someone left their back door open and the fox came and bit the baby.
Oh.
But I think it's very rare. Like, it's a rare thing to happen.
Yeah. They're so pretty, though. I love seeing them. Okay, well, that kind of almost wraps it up. I guess the last question, what does the BYC mean to you?
I think I've used this word quite often in this podcast. It's escapism for me. And it's fun and joy and laughter and friendship.
Yeah.
Just happiness.
I love that. I think that's pretty much probably what everybody is going to say.
Yes.
Because it is. That's what it is for us.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Z, so much for coming on and for being willing to do this, taking time out of your day.
It's all right. I thought I've got to do it. I've got to do it. It was like, if I don't do it now, I'll never agree to it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for listening as well.
Of course. All right. Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.